honey yard dash, honey yard dash, honey yard dash, honey yard dash.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flex. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk.
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
What? 380! 957! Watch, twit! Go, guys, 4 down, 4 down!
A handoff to Spiller to begin the drive. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Wilson. Going right side here, and that's complete. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Watch the safety creep. Jim. 40.
Now Wilson. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Here we go on 4th with Wilson. And this is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
Hey, Charlie. No, check that.
Operating from the gun, Jones. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So instead of fourth down, first down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because third down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Come on, set. 70, Indy. Silver. Blue draw, Corker. Defense.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Now Jones. The quick slant caught. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. This defense hasn't let him in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. Third and goal from the 2. Eluding the pressure right. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns third and goal into a touchdown. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. On third down, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up fourth. The Seahawks send out their punter. DJ Moore is back deep waiting for it. Sometimes those punt returns can yield some unnecessary roughness penalty.
Now, I know a lot of guys, when they run a long way to execute a block or make a hit, they're going to launch it no matter what, and it can often cost them.
Here we go. 18, Gator. Topper.
Jones on first and 10. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Kelsey, the intended receiver there, but it's going to be second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is.
And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And he comes back with one complete. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. From the gun, it's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. First time that they called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down. Now Wilson on first down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Check. Mike 51. Hey, defense. Let's go. Right here, guys. Mike 51.
There's Spiller. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On 2nd and a yard, Wilson dancing to his left. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. From 21 yards away, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point attempt to come here. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And an alley to run. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, LA. Officially an even 100 yards coast to coast on the kick return. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Yeah.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when
he rifles one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off play action. Clifford rolling to his right. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And it's a fumble. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Aaron Donald able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, Clifford. And the pressure gets to him again. Aaron Donald bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect it. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? Off the play fake. Jones. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That play is just another example of how the corner has evolved in the NFL. You don't necessarily have to have a really tall guy. What you're looking for is length, right? You look for that arm span, able to get a hand in late in the play and affect it.
And the height, it makes it harder to complete deep balls like the one we just saw. Now Jones throwing on 3rd and long. He's going to look deep for more, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
At their own 37-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald able to record his 5th sack of the season. Throwing on 3rd and long. Clifford being chased out left. He'll find Metcalf, and he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short, and that leads to a 4th down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. So just shy of midfield. They tried it. Didn't work out. What did you think?
I thought that they should have punted the ball away. Should have gotten rid of it and played defense with better field position. Look, I'm as aggressive as anyone wanting to go for it on offense, but in this situation, it doesn't.
First half.
I don't know that there's any risk. I mean, what's the reward for your risk here? I would not have done that. My only explanation is this coach, he may want to be up here in the booth with us. We may have a 3-man booth starting next week if he keeps up with those decisions.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that'll push the lead up to 17. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if
he can't get rid of it, he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
2nd and long. Hey, right on cue. They set up the screen and complete it. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Jones now going to throw again, and he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Here's Jones on first down. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The end result, 21 yards.
That's another first down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
General West. Go.
Off the bootleg, Jones. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Travis Kelce, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Hey, watch it.
Looking to throw. Clifford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Back to throw. Clifford. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Go out.
Looking to throw. Clifford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down.
Check out route.
Leo.
Under 10. Slam. Check.
On fourth down, Clifford. And he's going to go down again. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Go now. 60 outlaw.
Hey, pick your game.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Second turn, defense. Let's go.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. He's got the first down here inside the 30 and down to the 28-yard line. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. Jones now 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. Throwing, Jones. It's Kelsey on the ground. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, no, it takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
53, Mike, 53. Watch the curl.
Hey, Echo. Go.
Jones throwing on 3rd and long. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Corey Davis, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. The point after is good, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Got it.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
This is Spiller. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here we go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Clifford. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down, Seahawks.
Ready.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter with the score Rams 38.
Come on.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
That's trash. That's trash.
Defense.
Operating from the gun. Clifford. Complete. It's Henry. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Let's go.
It's a gain of 12. First down, Seahawks.
6-6. Pull it high.
First down, Seattle.
Hey, wahoo. Get it.
Throwing on 1st down. Clifford. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
It shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Get ready.
At their own 19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you get.
And the Rams got it. They bring him down.
That right now That's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. The Seahawks on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
6 guard. Check 6 guard. Check 37. Check 37. Slam, slam, slam.
Again on the ground, again it's Spiller. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner, forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. On 2nd and goal, Jones toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. Well, if this defense can hold him to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
Back to throw. Jones. And it is incomplete. He tried to keep it himself, but can't stretch his way in. And the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand.
Drew draw closer.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming.
The drive starts with a give to Spiller. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, they run it with Spiller. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
No.
57. Mike, 57. You don't want none, baby. You don't want it.
Got to be careful here. Backed up this deep on 3rd down. He's got it. It's Spiller. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down. On 1st down, Clifford. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Looking to throw. Clifford looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the gun, Clifford. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. On 4th down, Clifford. And this this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And goodness, that means this next drive is going to begin first and goal already at the 5-yard line. So this one fairly well in the bag as they take over with a first and goal. Buying time to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, it took a sack on first and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. They do get 6, but they've still got some work to do on third and goal.
64.
They'll run here on third and goal. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Call it a gain of 5, but still a decent ways from the end zone now on fourth and goal. And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. Fourth and goal from the 3. Back to throw. Jones. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory.